See. Okay, I got us recording. We are ready to go. We are live. Welcome everybody. I'm super pumped for today's call. My name is Mike Mallory. I am the sales director over the Mountain region here at Isagenix. And I am just the guy that gets to introduce our amazing speaker today. But before I get to the speaker, I do have to begin with a couple of disclaimers, okay? First of all, you're gonna hear about awesome products on the call today. This is a product call. After all, we're going to be talking about the protein. We're going to be talking about your speaker's favorite recipes and a number of different things. But you do have to understand that although the products are absolutely incredible here at Isagenix, we do not pretend to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any illness or disease, ever. Please do not interpret it in that way at all. What we do say is that our products work and they empower your body to function the way that it's meant to function. The second disclaimer I want to share with you is we have a very real financial opportunity here at Isagenix. I don't think it's going to be talked about today here on the call, but if it does come up, I invite you to talk to the person that invited you to this call because the financial opportunity is very real. But please understand that it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You have to work your tail off. You need a lot of blood, sweat, tears, elbow grease, you name it. But the financial opportunity is real and it is there. So now that the disclaimers are out of the way, let me introduce our speaker. Her name is Amanda Larson. She's absolutely incredible. Like I said, you guys, I oversee the Mountain region, and Amanda is one of my top performers every single month, every single week, every single day almost. She's amazing. But let me tell you a little bit about her. So Amanda has actually been with Isagenix since 2018, and she really started building her business in May of that year. And during the past 2 years that she's been she has earned the Sweet Summer Promotion, Dash to Disney, Global Top Achievers 2020, and she's currently right now in 26th place for the Global Top Achievers 2021, where we are going to Fiji. So not only is she just a product guru, but she's working her tail off. In addition to that, you guys, Amanda has a culinary background and has been in some sort of customer service type of role since she entered the workforce. She's passionate about food, she loves network marketing, and she loves to ensure people are having a great experience in their journey with Isagenix. So please, I say this every time, I know you're muted, but I still expect to see your hands going like this. Give a big round of applause to 3-star Golden Circle, 1-star Crystal Executive, Amanda Larson. Amanda, take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited. I've had a lot of BIA today. I feel like one BIA for me is a lot, and I had the whole thing. Plus an iced tea. So if I talk a little fast, I'm glad that there's a replay. I put together some slides for you guys so that you could follow along, and because, well, that's me. Okay, so we are talking about protein pacing, and here's the most amazing thing about this. Literally everything that you are going to see in my presentation, I found off isagenixhealth.net. So if you are like, what is she talking about? Is she a nutritionist? Is she a dietitian? Is she a doctor? I'm not any of those things, but what I am is I'm super passionate about this company, about these products, and about giving myself, but also everyone that I help, the very best experience, because we know that everyone's body is different. Also, have you ever had anybody hit a plateau and then you're like, I'm not sure what to do. I just know the system. Like I just know the system. So this will hopefully give you some really great tips and tricks to be able to help yourself maybe get into another place in your Isagenix transformation, or to be able to really provide some hope and a next level transformation for somebody that you've helped. So if you are an associate and you have a team or you have some customers, hopefully this will be able to help take them and their Isagenix journey to the next level. So why is protein important? We're going to talk about that. I thought this little chicken and these little beans were cute because that's protein. We're going to talk about what is protein pacing, why it's important, and then also how to protein pace with Isagenix, because Isagenix makes it so dang easy. So why protein? Why? You guys might hear about macros out in the world. You might hear about high fat, low carb, this, no carb, that. But what I can tell you is that we are made up of protein. Literally our organs, our muscles, our hair, our nails, our teeth, like every organism in our body has some sort of protein, hormones, skin, all the things. So protein really helps to repair those cells, build new ones. We want those healthy cells, right? We want to age gracefully. And your body needs protein to be able to maintain and repair tissue, as well as your kids need protein for really great growth. But here's what's awesome. Protein helps you lose weight and belly fat. Have you ever had anyone say like, I want to lose this section? Yes, protein, my friends. And it helps you increase muscle mass and strength. But here's the key too, is that we are all on this isogenics journey. And I have a lot of people that ask me, well, how long do I have to do this for? And I say, well, how long do you want to feel good for, right? Because there's some products that are really amazing that you're going to fall in love with. But people don't stop needing protein after 30 days. People don't stop needing protein after they hit their weight loss target. Usually people want to lose weight, gain lean muscle, feel better, whatever it is. And as we age and we get more seasoned in life, we need additional protein as well. So what is protein pacing? What is it? It's kind of a fancy name for just getting in protein multiple times a day, but really spreading that protein evenly across the entire day. So over 4 to 6 meals. And with isogenics, it really takes the guesswork out of protein pacing. Before I even go any further, if you think about the 30-day system, 2 shakes, 2 snacks, and a meal, that's 5 meals, 5 times you're eating. And 2 of the 5 of those, you're already getting 24 grams of protein in the isoline or the whole blend shake. If you do an isoline pro, you're getting a little bit more, like 36 grams of protein. So it's amazing. So what is the benefits, right? I want to sell you on why you really need to start protein pacing. Here is the key one. It's over on the left. Build muscle and burn fat without severely restricting calories. We have like grown up in this day and age of less is more, but that is not the case with calories all of the time. And that is not the case with protein. So yes, you want to be in a deficit if you're looking for weight loss, but there's this like fine line of not eating enough. And then your body's like, hello, Amanda, when are you going to feed me? I'm starving. So we really want to make sure we're getting in enough calories, enough protein, but still maintain that deficit for weight loss. So protein pacing helps stimulate muscle protein synthesis. It helps your muscles grow. It helps repair your muscles after a hard workout. Here's a huge thing. It stimulates your metabolism. We all want to have a better metabolism, most of us. As we age, sometimes it gets a little bit slower. So again, more protein is better. Also helps satisfy and manage appetite, which is amazing. And I love this. This is what sold me when I kind of first heard about protein pacing 3 years ago, is it requires more energy for your body to digest protein over fats and carbs. I was like, yeah, more energy means higher metabolism, which means I'm going to lose maybe a little bit faster. Granted, everyone's body is a little different, but protein is amazing. So it's going to support greater muscle retention, muscle growth to power metabolism. Here's also what's great: improved sleep, improved hunger control. So you got, maybe if you're a snacker, maybe you should take a look at the amount of protein that you're having every single day. Also enhances energy expenditure and improves body composition. One thing that's crazy to me about isogenics is you hear people say, you know, I might not be down a lot in pounds, but I've lost a crazy amount of inches. Or I might not be seeing huge changes on the scale or even in inches, but my clothes are fitting better. My body's just changing. And it's really because they're starting to get that protein in early in that morning shake. Maybe they're getting more protein in at lunch than they were before with their second shake. And then the addition of those snacks and meals. So I've been coaching a lot of people the last couple of months, and really helping them to mindset wise feel great with where they're at and where they're heading. So what do I mean by that? Macros is crazy to track. Protein, carbs, fats, all the thing, tracking, and sometimes it can really be a trigger for people. So here's what I have found is really helping people to be intentional. What's the word? it's intentional, about getting in protein and really trying to manage that number, to get in that and have a focus on that first. Then maybe looking at their calories throughout the day to make sure they're in that deficit if weight loss is a goal. But I had someone say, okay, well, what if I get all of my protein in at dinner? Like I'm still getting in the protein. And you are, but what I just told you from what I found on isogenicshealth.net is protein requires more energy to digest. So if we spread that out evenly throughout the day, you are going to have this more constant metabolism boost. Your body's going to be able to expend more energy, burn a little bit more fat throughout the day, rather than having small amounts in the first part of the day and then this huge amount at dinner. So for all my numbers people, because I'm a numbers person, I wanted to break it out for you. So if you are like, I can't write fast enough, there's a replay, grab the replay, you can pause it on this slide. So here's how you can calculate how much protein you need. There's no like exact amount, like, oh, if you're 36 and you're 5'4" and you weigh this, then you should have this amount of protein. Because remember, all of our bodies are different. We're going through hormone changes, we're going through different seasons of life. You might have just had a baby, you may be trying to get pregnant, like all of the things. So there's this window. And it's 0.7 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So how do you figure that out? You take your weight and you times it by 0.7, and that gives you the low end. If you take your weight times 1, it's going to be that. So this gives you a range. I chose 150 pounds just because even number. So if I was 150 pounds, I would need between 105 and 150 grams of protein per day. When I have coached people on this, they're like, that is a lot. And you're right, it is a lot. It's a lot more than most people are getting. But here's the thing. You could give the low end a try for a week and see how you feel. If you feel more energy, if you feel like you're sleeping better, if you see a notice on the scale or you see a change in your body composition, great, keep at it. If you notice you kind of maybe hit a little bit of a plateau, maybe increase it. Find a middle ground between that 105 and 150. If you're working out and you're expending a lot of energy, you're trying to get those gains and that booty, maybe you go towards the 150 and you start there and you see how you feel. It's really about intuitively seeing how you feel and shooting for that. So once you have those numbers, you're going to then divide it by the amount of times you eat per day. If you're following the isogenic system and you're eating 2 shakes, 2 snacks, and a meal, you divide by 5, and that's going to give you about 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal, per snack, per shake. This is where people get freaked out. They're like, how do I get in 20 grams of protein per snack? Well, you can't just eat toast. So we're going to talk about that. I'm not just going to leave you hanging. And then this was awesome information. So yes, it's a lot, 105 grams to 150 grams, but 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 calories. So if we take that range, that means you're eating 420 to 600 calories of your day in just protein. You guys, that leaves you with 1,000 to 900 calories of carbs and fat. That's a lot of food still. And this is for about a 1,500 calorie diet. So shoot for 20 or 30 to 40% of your day, of your diet to be protein. So here's a look at protein. 4 ounces of chicken equals about 36 grams of protein. 1 egg is about 6 grams of protein. Some peas, 1 cup of peas is about 8 grams of protein, and 1 cup of cooked oatmeal, I know it looks like rice, couldn't really find oatmeal, is 6 grams of protein. Here's what's crazy. We take that last example and we say, let's say I'm shooting for 130 grams of protein a day. This is why isogenics is so amazing. You would have to eat 4 4-ounce pieces of chicken to get there. You'd have to eat 22 eggs to get there, and you'd probably be way over in your fats. You'd have to eat 16 cups of peas. Who wants to eat 16 cups of peas? Not me. Like, that is not a lifestyle. And then you'd have to eat 22 cups of oatmeal, and you'd be way over calories from carbs. So isogenics protein options, insert that here. So yes, the system is amazing. 2 shakes, 2 snacks, and a meal. When you get to a place where you need a change, your body's adapted, your body knows what's coming next, what you're going to give it. Look at all these options we have to help you get to that protein amount for the day, to really get in your 2 shakes, or maybe it's one shake and an isopro. Maybe it's one shake and a bar. Greens even has, I think, 2 grams of protein. The Harvest Thins is about 10. So we have a wide variety of options for you to live that lifestyle, but still maintain the nutrition that you need to like function. So I told you I wouldn't leave you hanging. So protein, snacks, and meals. So here is a list of some high protein foods. I literally Googled top 10 high protein foods. Here they are. But I wanted to give you guys some snack ideas because that seems to be the question that comes up the most. Well, great. I get in 24 grams of protein from my shakes, or maybe 36 grams if you're doing Isoline Pro. But what does it look like for the rest of the day? So here are some snack options. Kind of give you an estimate of grams of protein for like the size of food that you're doing or the size of the snack. Meals, you get into a whole nother level of like figuring out protein. But what I can say is most recipes online have macros spelled out. They have protein, they have carbs, they have fats, they have calories, all the things. IsoLife app, you guys, is amazing because you can plug in what you're having for your meal or your snack and figure out the amount of protein for that specific snack. And then one thing that I really think is key is, again, that intuitive, that kind of intentional habit changes. So maybe you love yourself some sour cream, but like it's not really doing anything for your goals or your nutrition that you're trying to shoot for. So maybe you sub out sour cream for some non-fat Greek yogurt because you get a higher, way higher protein content. In that snack ideas number 5, so veggies and yogurt dip. It's all about balance, right? I love me some Greek yogurt with some powdered Hidden Valley Ranch in there because it's way better from a protein standpoint and from a nutritional content than like your normal like ranch dressing, which is high in fat, high in calories, not a lot of protein. So it's sometimes just making some small changes in your diet. Egg whites maybe versus whole eggs, so you're getting a little bit more protein, not as much fat. But here's the thing, it's all about balance. I have to have one egg yolk in there so it's yellow. Can't just have egg whites. So figure out what works best for your mindset and what's going to work best for you to hit that goal. And then making some small changes. Eat the bread. Carbs are not bad for you within reason, right? In moderation. So maybe you switch out your normal bread for something like Dave's Killer or Ezekiel's or something that has just a higher nutritional value, higher protein content. And then when you are going out to eat, because we all go out or you're doing takeout, you can look on most restaurants will have their nutritional menu or their nutritional content in their food, or it's something you can Google. So here is an example. This is how a lot of people start isogenics. They're like, I just can't get in my snacks. I'm just so full. I just can't do it. But I did my 2 shakes. That's great, right? And yes, that's great. So in this example, this person got 2 shakes and then they did a pretty great dinner. They're getting about 83 grams of protein, which is probably far more than they got before isogenics. But you guys, look at that calories. That is not going to fuel their body. So the snacks are important. Here's the thing too. Could you imagine, maybe you were this person, I was this person, I lived on Starbucks, I lived on coffee, probably until like 3, and then I was ravenous and just ate the house down from about 3 till I went to bed. So in that case, most of the time I overate. So really spreading out your protein is going to help curb that appetite, curb that hunger, curb those cravings, but also be able to fuel your body, give you some energy throughout the day. So here's another sample, because I knew you guys were going to be like, okay, great, but like, what does it look like? I found this on isogenicshealth.net. I just had to look. So here's the thing. 2 shakes a day are amazing, right? The isogenic system, it works. When you progress in isogenics, sometimes your days look a little different. My days now, 3 years into isogenics, they look different than they did at the beginning. This for me is more like a weekend than necessarily a weekday. Sometimes I want to sit down with my husband. I want to have a cup of coffee. I want to have oatmeal. I want to enjoy that like breakfast, right? Maybe a little slower morning, but I'm still getting in protein. I'm adding in dairy-free isopro to my oats and a little bit of nut butter, some eggs. I'm still getting a shake day because my body loves it and hates me when I don't. My snack, get some Harvest Thins in there, get some variety, and then dinner, I just did the same dinner as before, just for this example. But look, 131 grams of protein, about 1440 calories. So that's kind of that normal standard isogenics, 2 shakes, 2 snacks in a meal. So this is another option. So this might be if you're working out, maybe you are looking for those gains. Maybe you're in a surplus of calories, you're looking for a little bit more, you want more protein, you add in some protein, some tri-release after your workout, and then life. You go out for dinner, you get some nuggets and some fries, get some sauce. I looked this up on their website. And it's great. You're still getting your protein. So know that there are options to live this lifestyle for a lifestyle, for a life, for a lifetime. So Mike promised you recipes. So I want to show you some of my favorites. So this is my favorite. This is, if you guys don't follow Taylor Malham on Instagram, you should, because she has some amazing recipes as well. But this is a hidden gem, dairy-free or plant-based Ice Pro. I love it, have both flavors, use it all week long, usually every day in some sort of capacity. I love a half a scoop in my iced coffee or in my coffee in the morning with one of those little blender things. So it mixes it up really good. Instead of a creamer, it allows me to get 9 grams of protein right away in the morning. After I work out, I love this because it gets a lot thicker than the whey-based Isopro. So here's my concoction. It's about 3 to 4 ounces of really cold water, 1 scoop of either flavor, and you blend it till it gets really thick. And you will be so happy with me because it almost makes this pudding consistency. So now you have yourself protein pudding that you get to eat instead of drinking something additional throughout the day. You could even put a little fruit in there if you want some more healthy carbs after you work out. It's so fantastic. Also, it was really great to add the Isopro or Tri-Release into yogurt. So maybe you have a non-fat Greek yogurt sitting in your fridge. You want a little bit more flavor. You want a little bit more protein. Pop some strawberry whole blend in there and it will blow your mind. It is so good. And these are some other kind of fun recipes that you guys will have to screenshot from the replay. But protein waffles, you can switch out. I did pumpkin. This was something someone posted in our community for fall. Like, what a great recipe. Here is also another protein tip. You can take that non-fat Greek yogurt again, add a couple stevia drops, add some powdered peanut butter in there, whip that sucker up, and then top that on your pancakes or your waffles, and you're getting even more additional protein. Seriously, so good. And then a mug cake. If you haven't had a mug cake, it's super great. This is a fancier mug cake with a little bit more ingredients, but you can just do protein and water and milk to heat up your mug cake in the microwave and enjoy it, your shake, and the nutrition and the vitamins and minerals just a different way. There's a lot of moms. I know my friend Morgan, she does mug cakes for her kids. She cuts them up with a pizza cutter so they're all cute and pops them in their lunch, which I think is really smart to get in protein for your kids. Okay, this is my baby. These are so good. I took a donut recipe, tested it out a couple times, made it with some Isogenics products. I have not tried it with whole blend yet, but they're so very good. And you'll see it's 172 calories. You get 11 grams of protein in it. And it's great for that donut, pronut replacement. So if you're looking for something great, looking for a fun activity to do with kids, this would be so great, so easy. You just mix everything together. But you'll see 11 grams of protein. So you could have this for one of your isogenic snacks. You could have 2 for one of your isogenic snacks. And it makes a great kind of dessert. So you feel like you're having something good. And then protein balls. If you guys do not use Isogenics to make protein balls, they are an amazing way to kind of have something that's grab and go. My husband will eat them all. If I put them in the fridge, I tell him they're in there, they're gone. So they're really, really good. These are 2 recipes that I have come up with just with kind of things I've had in my house. The plant-based vanilla chai are really good. They taste like a spice cake. They're really great consistency. You can add the ice delights or the coconut, it's optional. But really, you can choose your nut butter too. If you are allergic to nuts, you could always replace with like an applesauce, or you could even replace with like some pumpkin puree instead. And those peanut butter balls with, if you use vanilla peanut butter, they taste so good, like a Nutter Butter. It's like, how can this be good for you? Okay, so I want to honor your guys' time, but here is where I literally found so much of this information. If you simply search protein pacing in isogenicshealth.net, there is a variety of resources of why getting protein at breakfast is so important, why getting protein throughout the day is so important. There's different recipes in isogenicshealth.net as well as ISA-FYI. So make sure that you utilize the resources that Isogenics and the team of nutritionists and scientists and put together for us, because we have everything we need at our fingertips to really have success in our own health, but also to really allow success in those that we're helping. Remember, everybody's body is different, so trying different things, having them work, alongside of you to figure out what's going to be the best for them and their goals. It's trial and error sometimes. We have this one size fits all amazing product and program, and it's really figuring out how we can bless others and just really make this work for them for the long haul. So I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening about protein pacing. I hope you guys have dinner tonight with some amazing protein. Maybe you end the day with a belly buster and get in a scoop of protein, 18 to 25 grams before bed, because it helps keep your metabolism going while you're sleeping. And I hope that you just really find success with these tips.